Our planet's coldest regions are warming the fastest, putting the planet's largest land predator at risk. Come to the polar bear capital of the world.
It really is once in a lifetime. It's hard to believe we're here.
And learn how climate change is affecting them uniquely. Well, hello on this Wednesday here, the second day of March now. Worth taking a look back at winter since it was still the last day of February when last we spoke. And it was a legitimately chilly winter. We ended up 3 degrees below normal compared to those 30-year normals, which captures our modern climate. So normal is when we look at the averages with a specific time, and we use 30 years because it's kind of a generation. So we're trying to capture the modern climate, which is warmer, of course, than what the climate was historically. So when we look at the historic averages, we were only 0.3 of a degree below normal. So this was pretty much a normal winter historically. This would have been a winter that we would have had on average every other year earlier in the 20th century, but now has become a 1 in 4 year winter. And to put that into perspective, so despite being a chilly winter, this is another sign of climate change. It was 8 years since we had a winter like this. So it was long overdue to have a cool winter. We're still gonna have ups and downs, remember. The trend is what is upward. And it was a mild one yesterday, 2 days in a row in the 40s. Hasn't happened since mid-December, so eking out signs of spring, and where there's no snow, of course, close to 50 plus yesterday. Today will be a little cooler than it's been, probably mid-30s, still some 40s in southwestern Minnesota, but some cooler air starting to move in behind this Clipper system that brought a few of those rain and snow showers early this morning, so we kind of get nicked by cold air that's really going to stay up towards Hudson Bay, but a noticeable drop in temperatures compared to the last couple mornings if you've been out. So teens across southern Minnesota, all this grayish green, that's sub-zero, basically from Brainerd north, will be below zero early Thursday, and a cooler Thursday afternoon too. Probably 20s here in the south, teens across northern Minnesota, but we are back above normal, back into the 30s here on Friday. And even warmer. I'm going to skip ahead here to Saturday because this plays into our storm system. We're talking low 40s at least here, some 50s in southeastern Minnesota. Meanwhile, notice the teens and 20s across northern Minnesota. So quite the temperature gradient, and that's going to play into the next system, which is still out in the Pacific. The center of the system, way out in the Pacific, west of California. There's the track. It's going to make its way through the southwest, come out of the Rockies, and as it does, it's going to tap into some pretty deep moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. So here's looking at that mid-upper level energy. Notice this area of red and orange, that spin in the atmosphere moving through the southwest, and as it comes out of the Rockies, meets Texas, it's going to draw up this moisture with it. So it literally is going to kind of plow that moisture up ahead of it. Gulf moisture, a lot of it moving into Minnesota and Wisconsin. So regardless of the type of precipitation, we're gonna have a lot of water content in this system too. So whatever you see, snow or rain, there's gonna be a lot of water in that. And what's gonna play into this too, along with the moisture, is gonna come some warm air. In fact, the red line here, that's the above freezing line aloft, 4,000 feet up. So possibly the southern half of Minnesota will see at least a mix, if not all rain at one point, because of that very warm air moving in the surface and aloft almost a mile up. So that's why we're looking at rain, some snow on the backside, but from the Twin Cities, south and east, it is looking like this is going to be a rain mix with very narrow area, potentially of heavy snow from basically Nebraska through South Dakota and then into west central and northern Minnesota. So those are the areas right now, basically Alexandria through Brainerd, the Iron Range cities that could be setting up somewhere near there of a very heavy swath of snow. But further south, this is showing energy available to thunderstorms. We talk about this in the summer normally, Cape. We're going to have some of that Saturday. So definitely the potential of some lightning and thunder. Here's the European model's forecast of some lightning. Yeah, there is some around on Saturday. So we might have our first lightning and thunder here in southeastern Minnesota of the season. And as I mentioned, a lot of water. This is the American model, kind of aggressive, but 1 to 2 inches of water are these yellow and orange areas. And of course, if that's in the form of snow, we're talking easily a foot of very wet, heavy, typical March snow, possibly across northern or western Minnesota. So the track of all this still up in the air a bit because that storm is still way out to the west, but models are in general agreement at this point of that track. So mild yet today, close to normal. Tomorrow will be temporarily chillier, already into the upper 30s Friday, and then a very mild Saturday, but with rain and snow showers. And then we are going to see temperatures cool off a little bit. So all that water we're going to have around, at least at night, will become some frozen puddles early Sunday and Monday. Hey everyone, meteorologist Sven Sundgaard here. Please be sure to like this video, also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this with others.